Call to order the October 24th, 2017 of the Code Enforcement Board. Can you do the invocation for us? Silent.
Yes.
Can you do the pledge?
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Please all rise for the invocation given by Member Odom and the pledge by Member Lumnick.
Okay. If we can all observe a moment of silence.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, can we have the roll call, please?
Chairman Lowry,
Here.
Vice Chairman Carrington, absent excused. Member Odom,
Here.
Member Lumnick,
here.
Member Lewis, absent excused. Member Murray,
Here.
we have a quorum.
Thank you. Do we have any of the swearing of the officers and anyone going to be speaking here on a case this evening? Please stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and the testimony you're about to give?
Do we have the consent agenda, please?
Yes. Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. I'm Doug Gaines, Assistant Director of Support Services. We have one in dismissal or in compliance, and that's 17-032. And we have one for continuance till next month. It's 17-068.
Okay. Need a motion to accept?
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion to accept the consent agenda as read.
Second.
You got a second? Okay, you got a motion on the floor made by Member Odom and a second by Member Lumnick to accept the consent agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion that we adjust the agenda to hear case 17-069, hear that first, and then resume back
To the
to
regular agenda.
our agenda. Yes.
Second.
Have a motion on the floor made by Member Odom to move case 17-069 to the front of the agenda and revert back to the original agenda, seconded by Member Lumnick. All for?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Case number 17-069. Officer Diaz.
Hello. Case number -17-069, October 24, 2017. The address property is 307 West Ohio Street in Ocoee. On May 1st, 2017, I received a citizen complaint for the above-mentioned property for abandoned, untagged RV trailers on the property with people living in it in unsanitary and living conditions, with no active water service or electricity service, plus excessive trash and debris dumped all over the property. On May 1st, 2017, I inspected the property. I observed at 307 West Ohio Street, I observed the public nuisance of unsanitary living conditions without required active City of Ocoee water utility service as of September 27, 2016. Detective Michelle Grogan with Ocoee Police Department advised that a Duke Energy Supervisor Patrick Crosby was out at the 307 West Ohio Street in reference to power theft on the property. This property has not had active Duke Energy accounts since July of 2016. This is the condition of all the trash and debris as of today. The house and the RV on the property is being used as living quarters for homeless people, illegal activities, constituting an extreme life safety and danger to the public. On July 20th of 2017, a notice of code violation was mailed to a Brian E. Davis at 307 West Ohio Street in Ocoee, Florida 34761, as identified by the Orange County Property Appraisal, for the violation of ordinance number 108-35 for public nuisance, 108-19A and C for sanitary facilities without hot and cold water, 108-22 for requirements for electrical service, the Land Development Code 6-HCB3 III, recreational vehicle for off-street parking, 108-24C and D, sanitation requirements, the disposing of garbage, and the care of the premises. On August 30th, 2017, I re-inspected the property, finding the property in non-compliance with the city. On September 13, 2017, a certified letter and regular mail of the notice of board hearing was mailed. And on September 20th, 2017, a certified letter and regular mail of an order of continuance and the notice of hearing to this board meeting was mailed. As of today, the property is not in compliance with the city. The city staff is requesting 10 days to comply or pay $150 per day per violation, and to abate the nuisance if home becomes vacant by boarding the property and removing all that trash. The city has a neighbor that's here. He can testify to what's going on in the property. Vincent, if you can come up and speak, please. Right here, sir. State your name
I'm
and address.
Vincent Bailey. I live at 301 Bay Street, and I've been there for, I guess, 13, 14 years. That camper's been out back probably for 4 years, 5 years or longer. I mean, we have to move our boats out of our front yards, and the camper doesn't seem to go anywhere. Now, I know Brian said that Rick was going to move out and they're going to get rid of the camper. It's been a year at least, if not more, with the camper there. So I understand the camper problem, but there's no electric on the property anywhere in either of the two houses. I had to pick up needles with, I'm guessing they're heroin needles in my yard. My property value definitely went down because, you guys, I don't really like the code enforcement board because sometimes it seems like one neighbor picks on the other neighbor, and that's not really what it's about. The thing is, my property value, I have things being stolen all the time. I had a check sent to my house about a month ago. Somebody wrote their name on it and cashed it for $1,200. All the tags are gone off my trailers and boats. I guess Joe, that's living with Brian back there, took my tag and drove it on a stolen truck. We had a drug meth lab violation where they tried to look inside that camper to see if they had a meth lab, and they didn't find one, but they did arrest a couple people. Now, they come in at 2:30 in the morning in front of my house with the lights on, and they're there till 5 o'clock in the morning, and I have to go to work the next day. It's not fair. I mean, it's just not fair. We've had so many police, ambulances, and fire departments in those properties, either the property behind me or the property across the street, that you could have paid for those properties with the amount of money that you folks are spending on services. But other than that, I mean, This is starting to violate my rights. We have homeless people coming and going on bicycle all the time, and I have to lock everything up. I've had my cell phone stolen out of the car. I left it in the car one night. We traced it to somebody that he knows in Winter Garden. He said he'd go get it, but of course I never got it back. I've had laptops stolen, batteries out of mowers stolen. And so it's not just that trailer sitting there. It's the traffic that comes up and down the road till 4 or 5 in the morning. And I'm not trying to be mean, but the camper shouldn't even, I mean, it shouldn't have been there for more than 10 or 15 days in the shape that it's in. And I don't know why the problem is to get rid of it. I don't know why you have homeless people sitting back there and sleeping back there. I found one underneath my trailer. A girl came back and was sleeping on a pillow underneath my trailer when I got out in the morning. And she said, well, Jason was giving me a hard time. He was chasing her around. And he's got hepatitis C. And he said he wouldn't leave her alone. And so she came up there to sleep under my trailer. But it's like, I'm tired of seeing the campers out there, the tents out there, the people sleeping in the cars out there, and all the drugs. My boats were filled with drugs when I moved in. Clothes. Anyway, I hate to, but there's a problem. Somebody needs to deal with it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We have another person who wants to speak on this case, Brian Davis. Please come up and give us your current address and the reason for this,
Yes, sir.
showing this case today.
Yes, sir. I'm at 307 Ohio Street. Yes, I'm at 307 Ohio Street.
He's the property owner.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Since my father died, he willed the property over to me. He died back in 2016, his birthday, so Luther. He's been here all his life. I've been here all my life. Anybody that knows me for a long time know I'm not a bad person. I've been trying to clean this place up. I hope Vince would agree that the last several months, it's been a lot better. He's talking about the past quite a bit. That's happening. I know things like that have happened. I wasn't around that much. I've been in at my sister's place in Alabama, trying to help her, trying to help my brother as well, doing the best I can. There's a lot of traffic that had been there, and I realized that. I kicked a lot of people out from around the woods, all I could, all the people that had been around the house that weren't supposed to be there, I've made them leave as well. The guy, Rick, and his girlfriend or wife, whatever, they have been pretty stubborn with me. I've tried to be a nice guy to tell them, you got to go, but the camper is in my name, and I will make them leave, or I'll just pull it out and put it to the junkyard. And I don't know what they'll do. They'll just have to go somewhere. I mean, I don't know. I've never been through this before, but obviously I'm going through it now. So,
yeah.
Could I ask Vince if he thinks that it's gotten better the last few months? Do you think, Vince?
Oh, I think you're cleaning up.
Well, it's all the
You
way.
know, when you and Jason.
Okay,
were both
hold on.
together beside
Excuse me.
each other, it was bad.
Okay. Yes, sir.
We're not going to get into this.
Yes, sir. Sorry about that.
situation.
I just wanted to ask the question. That's all. Okay. But I'm working on it. I know it looks bad on the thing up there. I'm on a budget. I get disability, Social Security as well as my brother. We don't get a whole lot of money. We've been there since 1947. My dad had, my grandma, my grandpa, and there's a lot of junk accumulated in our house. Several truckloads. So I had to push out what I could. It looks bad right there, I know. There's a back door there. I want to get a big, long 30-foot dumpster and try to get it all in there as much as I can, every first of the month whenever I get extra money. Sir, that's the only thing, and I can get the RV out of there. I painted the front of the house. I want to work around all the way to the back. That's the back of the house, actually. And I was trying to get to where the debris was that you can't see it as much. I mean, it's all the way down West Ohio Street. I don't know, most people don't know probably where it would be at, but it's usually my family members were the only one that went down that little road. It's a little small dim road, but it's all the way next to the woods. It's not in a subdivision or nothing like that, but I guess it is on the city limits. So, again, I'm doing what I can to clean everything up. There's not as many people at all coming up and down roads. anything like that. I'm just, like I say, I'm doing what I can, and I appreciate you, recognizing that.
Okay. Anybody else have the board to say anything?
Okay. I'm trying to understand now. This was your father's
Yes, ma'am.
place?
Yes, ma'am.
And he passed?
Yes, ma'am.
And what, you have been renting it out?
No, ma'am.
Oh.
No, ma'am. They don't pay me any rent. Nobody pays me any rent, no one.
Okay, but where are these people coming from? What, are they
The
squatters?
people that had been down were kind of like homeless people. They were in the edge of the woods and stuff, and I have cleared everybody out, but these two people that have, were in my RV, and Rick's an old friend of mine, but, aside from that's a thing that I gotta address that and put that aside and do what I gotta do. So,
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it sounds like to me we're having continuous problems. Not only what happened then versus, it sounds like an everyday issue. And so, I see these pictures right here, and it's like, it's like, I don't see where anything's been moved. I don't see anything, what I see here, okay? I can only go by what I see. And so, that looks pretty terrible. That could attract a lot of issues. And so, to me, it looks like something needs to be done immediately.
Do you live in the house now?
yes, sir. The house itself. I've been cleaning it up. I've painted the outside.
But you
I've
don't
cleaned
have
the
any
inside.
power or water?
No, sir, I was fixing to turn the power on, but I wasn't gonna turn it on, so I got everybody off the property that that's not supposed to be there. Me and my brother as well, that's his the only one there.
And you haven't had power since?
No, sir, since
When?
my dad died, and I really hadn't been in the
Last
house. For about 8 months, I didn't even go around or in the house. I was heartbroken, so I couldn't bring myself to. There's been times when I haven't been at the house. My brother's across the street, he's in the county, and I'm trying to get both things.
Any other questions for? Okay. What's the pleasure of the board?
Are you writing something, Madam Attorney, that,
Well, it's been a while, so I'm writing a motion just in case anybody thinks they might need some help.
Can you repeat what code enforcement, what you're requesting?
$150 a day per?
$150 a day plus 10
10 days.
come into compliance within 10 days and ask for an abatement.
Since you wrote it, I'll read it.
Okay. I'm not done yet, but
Okay, abatement.
Karen can-
Yeah. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes, sir?
In case 17069, I move to find the respondent, Brian E. Davis, in violation as cited as of August 7th, 2017. Respondent is given until November 2nd of 2017 to bring the property into compliance, or a fine of $150 per day per violation shall be imposed in each day until the compliance. In addition, authorize the city for abatement to board up the site and assess costs.
Yeah. Now, that's November what?
2nd.
November 2nd.
I second.
Okay. Got a motion on the floor made by Member Lumnick, seconded by Member Odom. In case number 17-069, on code violation 108-35, 108-32, 108-19A and C, 108-22, 6-4H, 108-24CD, and 165-3. Okay, to come in compliance as of November 2nd, or be fined $150 per day per violation as long as the violation remains in non-compliance. And authorize the city for an abatement and add the cost to the fine. Any discussion?
One thing I would ask, as far as the abatement, this would enable the city, how soon would they act on it?
Within the
It would
period.
depend on whether it's up to the city whether or not they would. They could do it as soon as November 3rd if the city wanted to, if it wasn't in compliance. It would be up to them.
Okay, but they would do it after.
After the fact.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't do it unless the property was vacated.
That's
Um,
that's correct.
Okay.
If the property is vacated.
But it could happen after.
I see. Okay. Thank you.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, back to the,
I have a question, Mr. Chairman, and to the lawyer, to the lady lawyer. For the chairman's sake, when he reads that out, can he just say the case number? Does he have to go through all the violations cited?
No, he doesn't have to, but he can reiterate the full motion or he can do a summary of it.
Just to help
Yeah.
you, because I know you say all those case numbers again.
well, I tell you why I do that. Simply because it helps her down at that end, okay? To
Okay.
make sure that we have every T crossed and every dot.
got you.
Okay? That I dot and everything, so
Just wanna
it
make
just
sure you
makes,
don't have
it
to
just,
say
it
so
just
much.
gives her the second.
And y'all certainly can put it in the motion. The officers set out the citations, the code sections that have been cited. So when you say as cited, it's already in the record for the particular case, so it's okay. But you're welcome to reiterate the particular code section in your motion if you
Well, that's the reason why I do it. And so,
All good, man.
okay. Okay, next case, 17-056. Officer Loeffler.
Case number 17056 is 1612 Doreen Avenue. This case is recovery of a cost for an emergency abatement resultant from weed and grass height during canceled public hearings. On July 20th, 2017, in response to multiple citizen complaints, this officer did observe overgrown and tall weeds and grass at 1612 Doreen Avenue. The property appeared to be occupied and a violation notice was sent out and posted at the location. To the owner, as identified by county records as Manuel Grulin, for violation of ordinance 115-3B, and provided until July 30th to comply with the codes as cited. And as you can see in Exhibit A, the grass was coming up to the windows of the structure. On August 9th, the property was re-inspected and found non-compliant. A statement and hearing notice was sent out certified, physically posted at the location in the City Hall foyer with 24-hour public access for the August code enforcement public hearing date. The code enforcement meeting was subsequently canceled. The citizen complaints continued, the grass and weed height increased, the property became vacant, and the prospect of waiting 30 more days prompted an emergency abatement by the city contractor, which occurred on August 30. The city is requesting the property be found in violation but in compliance August 30th via city contractor with the cost of the emergency abatement recorded against the property.
Okay.
You say that it is.
So is this a motion to find that they're,
It'll be the second one, was in violation, now in compliance,
Correct.
and no fine assessed. Then you would say, however, the city abated the nuisance on the property, and
How would they get,
the cost of said abatement is hereby authorized to be assessed against the property. Okay, just like you would do it if they hadn't yet done it,
okay,
because they have a code section that allows that. but
okay. Okay,
I'll take a stab at that.
Yeah, since we didn't have a code board meeting since May, we actually had to do emergency
right, that's
abatement.
fine.
So we're just looking for,
just as long as we got the right of what we need to say here, so, anybody want to make a motion?
Okay, Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to make a motion in case number 17056 that the respondent be found in violation as cited, and be...
As of?
As of July 30th,
20.
July 20th, 2017, and be found in compliance as of August 30th, 2017. I would like to make a motion that the city be reimbursed for the cost of abatement
Of the nuisance.
of the nuisance.
And assess the property for sale.
Okay, and assess the property for sale.
And no code enforcement fine other than the assessment cost, of the abatement cost is to be assessed, correct?
Yes.
So you're...
So added.
So,
Okay.
so you add the fine to what? You add the fine,
Okay.
okay, you're adding the fine to what?
No, just,
Yeah.
no fine
Fine
is
is-
to be imposed other
Exactly.
than
Than
the
the
assessment of the abatement cost.
Yes.
Okay,
Second.
all right. I have a motion on the floor made by Member Odom, seconded by Member Lumnick on case number 17-056, in case for code violation 115-3B, that we find the respondent in violation as of July 20th, 2017, and came into compliance August 30th, 2017, and no fine be assessed at this time. But we will add the cost of the abatement to what?
You will, the city.
That's where I'm lost.
Right. Well, what she said was that the city abated the nuisance, and she's authorizing the assessment of the cost of the abatement against the property.
Okay. That we assess the abatement cost to the property. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next case, 17-057, Officer Laughlin.
Case number 17057 is 1512 Jemima Avenue. On June 5th, 2017, this officer, in response to multiple citizen-generated complaints, did observe overgrown and tall weeds and grass over 10 inches, a vehicle parked on the unsurfaced and unimproved portion of the front yard grass, and 3 inoperable, untagged, expired tag with evidence of abandonment vehicles on the property. And those are in the picture. In the weeds right there is a large white SUV hiding. We have an expired tag and no tag and windows busted out and flat tires. A violation notice was sent out to the owner, Francisco Delgado, as identified by official records, and hand-delivered to an occupant at the location for violation of ordinances 115-3B for overgrown tall weeds and grass, 165-3 regarding the abandoned junk inoperable vehicles, and 168-6B1 for parking on the unimproved unsurfaced front yard grass. The notice provided until June 20th, 2017 to remove the junk inoperable vehicles, discontinue parking on the front yard grass, and cut the tall weeds and grass. The property was re-inspected on June 20th and found non-compliant. The property was re-inspected again on August 8th, 2017, and remained non-compliant. A statement and hearing notice to the August hearing date was sent out, certified delivery, physically posted at the location and in the City Hall lobby. Although the August and September code enforcement meeting dates were canceled, The property remained non-compliant, and continuation notices were sent out and posted at the location and in the City Hall foyer with 24-hour public access, including a statement and hearing notice for this meeting. As of this date, the property remains non-compliant with the codes as cited. The city is recommending a compliance time frame of 10 days and a fine of $50 per violation per day for every day not in compliance with any orders the board might issue.
Any discussion?
Well, would you repeat what your recommendation?
Oh, a time frame of 10 days and non-compliance with that being $50 per violation per day.
One question I do have, in light of the fact that we haven't had meetings, have any of, have the residents, the owner, have there been any communication?
Yes, I've had a lot of communication with occupants who did not identify themselves as owners, and there was many of them.
Yeah.
And they all said he's going to take care of it, he's going to take care of it, and it just kind of stayed the same. I mean, in my sector of work, I have to drive by this house every day, and I see them daily, so.
I see. Okay, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes, sir.
In case number 17057, I move to find the respondent Francisco Delgado in violation as cited of June 20th, 2017. Respondent is given until November 3rd, 2017 to bring the property into compliance, or a fine of $50 per day per violation shall be imposed each day until compliance.
I second.
Okay. We got a motion on the floor made by Member Lubnick, seconded by Member Odom. In case number 17-057, for code violation 115-3B, 165-3, 168-6B1. I found the, let's see, in violation as of June 20th, 2017, and to come in compliance November 3rd, 2017, or be fined $50 per day per violation as long as the violation remains in non-compliance. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next case, 17-059. Officer Laughlin.
Case number 17059, even though it's kind of hard to tell by the pictures, is in response to citizen and staff complaints regarding unmaintained easement area between the sidewalk and the property line, which by ordinance is the responsibility of the property owner. And this is at the corner of Doreen Avenue and Lady Avenue. And this was observed on June 26th. And on the same date, a violation notice was sent out to the property owner, Ernesto Rodriguez, as identified by official records and posted at the location, for violation of ordinances 115-3B and 115-4 regarding the tall grass and weeds and the easement owner responsibility. The notice provided until July 10th to comply with the codes as cited. On August 9th, the violation was re-inspected and observed non-compliant, and actually even worse. A statement and hearing notice to the August meeting was sent out, certified delivery, physically posted at the location and in the City Hall foyer. The public hearings were subsequently canceled. However, the violation remained. Notices were again sent out, certified and physically posted at the location and in the City Hall foyer with 24-hour public access for this hearing date. As of this date, the violation remains non-compliant. The city is requesting a 10-day compliance timeframe or $50 per day fine for each day not in compliance with any orders the board might issue. Additionally, as this is a pedestrian safety issue and involves an easement, the city is requesting any order containing a provision for the city to initiate abatement with the cost recorded against the property.
I can.
Any discussion?
Yes. Again, I would like to ask, in light of the fact the last couple of meetings, has there been any communication from the owners?
No, ma'am. I haven't talked to any occupants there. I can tell you that there's been a lot of cases that did come into compliance since that time.
Okay,
This property actually has other issues that might show up at another time, but
okay. Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion
Yes, ma'am.
in case number 17-059. I would like to make the motion that the respondents be found in violation as cited as of July 10th, 2017, and be given until November 2nd, 2017, to come into compliance or be fined $50 per day per violation, and that the city be authorized, that the city be authorized, that there be a provision for the city to initiate abatement, and that the cost for abatement be recorded against the property.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor made by Member Odom, seconded by Member Lumnick. In case number 17-059, that the respondents be found in violation as of July 10th, 2017, for Code 115-3B, 115-4, and given to come into compliance as of November 2nd, 2017, or be fined $50 per day per violation as long as the violation remains in noncompliance. Also, we'd like to authorize the city to abate and add the cost to the fine. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Case number 17- other business, I'm sorry. We're in other business now. Case number 17-035. Officer Loeffler.
that's 1204 Willow Creek. It had all the gang graffiti on it, the vacant house. Our contractor did paint all that out and mowed the property, so it is in compliance. The city contractor's cost needs to be imposed.
Okay,
Sorry, did we miss 068?
we did?
No, that
No,
was
no, that one was in,
continued or the consent agenda.
Correct.
What was the date of compliance?
August 15th?
Okay, so do you just want them to impose the abatement costs or the fines that accrued from 6/10 to August 15th?
That property has a lot of fines on it. I think we can just do the abatement cost.
Okay. All right. Do you have that amount?
You, hey, Bridget?
Sorry, fine amount,
That cost.
14,600.
No. Abatement.
Of the abatement cost?
Chadwick's.
No, that's still,
Okay. Whatever it may be.
okay.
So for this, what you would do is do a motion to impose abatement costs against the property.
But it's
So
in,
they're in compliance.
it's in compliance, right? Okay. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to make a motion in case number, excuse me, 17-028. Am I in the right place here? Great.
035.
03035.
Please. 17035, that the respondents be found
No.
in,
You've already found them. in noncompliance, all you need to do here is just motion to impose abatement costs.
Who's doing the one you told me to?
No. These are for when you're
Okay.
determining whether or not there's a violation. You've already determined that.
Gotcha.
The time for compliance has passed, and now it's imposing a fine, which the city can then record as a lien.
Okay.
Okay.
So then in case number 17-035, I find that we allow the city to abate in costs.
You move to impose the abatement costs against the property.
I move to impose the abatement costs up against the property.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Jeez.
Okay, I second.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor made by Member Lubnick, seconded by Member Odom in case number 17-035, that we go ahead and oppose the abatement cost to the fine. I think is it.
That's it?
That's
To
it?
the property.
All for?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Case number 17-030, Officer Loeffler.
Very simple, non-compliance, order imposing fine and lien.
Okay.
Okay.
Motion?
Well, Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion.
Yes, ma'am?
Okay. In case number 17-030, I make a motion to move to impose the abatement costs.
Nope, just impose fine as of
Impose.
6/10.
Okay. Impose fine as of
June 10th?
June
2017.
10th, okay, 2017.
Okay. Second?
Second.
Motion on the floor made by Member Odom, seconded by Member Lubnick, in case number 17-030, to go ahead and impose fine as of June 10th, 2017. All for?
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries.
And just in case, that's the day after the compliance date you all set in your
I'm seeing
order.
that, yes.
Case number 17-028, Officer Loeffler.
327 Worst Road is non-compliance, order imposing fine and lien.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion.
Yes, ma'am?
In case number 17-028, I would like to make a motion that we impose costs,
Fine.
fine for non-compliance as of June 10th, 2017.
Second.
Motion on the floor made by Member Odom, seconded by Member Lubnick, in case number 17-028, that we go ahead and impose fine as of 6/10/2017. All for?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. We made it through the agenda. Now time for comments. Madam Clerk.
No comment.
Okay. Member Murray?
Comment.
Member Odom?
Well, I'm glad to be back, and hopefully going forward, we will make quorum. It's very nice to see all of you guys, that you're here safely after Irma.
Okay. Our attorney for getting through this one.
Well, just nice to see you all, and welcome, Mr. Murray. Glad to have you on board.
Member Lubnick,
Good to go.
Officer Loeffler,
No comments, thank you.
Bridget. Mr. Gaines, sir.
Yes, welcome, Member Murray, and good to see everybody again. In light of not having meetings for 4 months, a huge thank you to all the properties that came into compliance, and to the officers as well. We've sent out the notices of hearing, so people were coming into compliance regardless, so we thank them, otherwise it would have been a huge list. We're in a new budget year, so I was just thinking maybe we can all have matching shirts. If you want to pick out a color, and then, obviously they all have to be the same color. And then send maybe your color choice and size and the name you want on to Amber.
Okay, now we're picking a a shirt, or are we just going with what we got, or?
I will go with the same design.
Okay.
You
You
talk
would need a
about-
color,
Yes,
Oh.
correct.
but no hot pink.
I'm guessing you'd be voted down for that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if you want something conservative like that, if you want gray, if you want blue, royal blue.
What about, what about the color of our new logo, the burgundy, is it?
Well, we had that once, I think.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, we had that one
Which
time.
one?
They had the burgundy one before.
It
Oh,
looked
burgundy? Yeah, you
it's
got
a nice
burgundy.
shirt. I still got it, though.
I like
There's a
this
logo
shirt.
on it, but.
You like that shirt? We can go with black.
It
Black's
works.
good.
Well, I think that we can
Think about it,
think about it,
okay?
because we do have another member be here, both of them, hopefully next month. Be here.
Correct, correct.
You know, we can get input with this, and.
Yes,
And, yeah, we can do that. Talk about that next month,
all right. Good,
because we got a meeting next month before we take December vacation.
that's correct. Right, our next meeting is the Tuesday after Turkey Day,
Yes,
so happy Thanksgiving to you all.
thank
And Halloween.
exactly.
And Halloween.
And
Yes, of
Founder's Day
course.
comes up November
And
4th.
Founder's Day, correct.
So,
Yeah. Now, we have, I was mentioning earlier that, are we still looking for another board member?
Absolutely. We have room for, what is it, 9 total?
no,
We
be
have room for two more
7.
Two more.
alternates. They'll be
Yeah.
alternates, so they won't
Right.
sit up here, they would only be up here in the event one of you could not attend.
Okay,
So you have a full board right now?
right,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, so if we got a full board now, we just need 2 alternates.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay,
That might be good.
We're just very happy to have 2 extras right now.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to see him, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And so, but absolutely, Dennis Murray, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
And hope to have you here for a long time.
Years to come.
And so hopefully to see you meet, remember Carrington and what was the other, Miller?
Warren,
What was it?
Warren.
Warren?
Oh, yeah, Warren Lewis.
Yeah, okay. And also, I want to thank the commission for helping us work this thing out. And I know it's been a long road, and I'm glad you got it all figured out. And I also want to say that I don't know if anybody knew about our other officer, Officer Secrets, who had a heart attack. And so I hear he's doing very, very well. Hope to have him back next month. And prayers are out to him and his family. And so to be glad to see him next month.
I will pass that on.
Huh?
I'll pass that on.
Yeah. And so, but other than that, thank the city for all their compliance. And I tell you what, for the few times for what we had here, it was amazing. And I thank the citizens of Ocoee for making that happen. If we don't have anything else, okay, meeting adjourned.